Welcome to
Only Murders in the Building,
the official podcast.
Join me, Michael Cyril Creighton, as we go behind the scenes with some of the amazing actors, writers, and crew from season 5.
The audience should never stop suspecting anything.
How can you not be funny crawling around on a coffin?
No, that's true.
Catch Only Murders in the Building official podcast, now streaming wherever you get your podcasts. And watch Only Murders in the Building, streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Introducing the perfect companion to your morning listening routine. AG1's clinically backed formula is now flavor-packed with 3 new delicious flavors: tropical, berry, and citrus. Start the day on a high note with probiotics that taste like the tropics. Mix it up with micronutrients that taste like berry or citrus. And take it all the way back with the classic, AG1 Original, with notes of pineapple and vanilla. Do your health a flavor, or 4, with AG1 Next Gen, the daily health drink. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
Hey, this is producer Matt up at the front of the episode, and this is going to be a little bit of a different episode of YAOK for a couple reasons. Reason number 1, this is probably going to be one of our shortest episodes. Reason number 2, there's no Alyssa here. Reason number 3, we're kind of talking about a book that's not even technically a YA novel.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, this one
Definitely.
is? Okay.
All of my books are YA, don't worry. Just because it's dark and scary doesn't mean it's not for children.
I thought you said that one of them was going to be released as an adult thriller. Did that change over time?
I am on sub for an adult rom-com, but I've only got rejections for that one. It's been on sub for about 9 months now, so.
Okay, sorry. I was under the impression this was an adult novel.
Still YA.
All right, well then it is still a YA novel. So for that we can celebrate. Erik J Brown's 4th book is ready for pre-order.
Yes.
So, Erik, tell us about this new book of yours.
It's called Better the Devil. Matt, did you get your copy?
There was, I haven't checked my mailbox in a couple days. Should I check my mailbox?
Probably, because it's there.
Okay.
I sent it out last Friday, and everybody got it on the Tuesday after Labor Day, by the way. I was like, Postal Service, what?
Right.
What are you doing? Like,
yeah,
no.
I'll go check that when we're done this.
Anyway, it is called Better the Devil. It is a YA thriller. And it is about a homeless teen who gets arrested for shoplifting while he's waiting to be booked at the police station. He looks over at the wall of missing children's posters and notices a kid whose picture, it looks a lot like him, but he disappeared 10 years ago. It's an age-progressed picture like they do on the computer. I think they probably use AI by now, but usually authors illustrators, artists, they age up the kid with old photos and photos of like their family to kind of get an idea of what they're going to look like. Anyway, it looks like him. And he decides he doesn't want to be sent home to his parents who he knows does not love him and tried to send him to conversion therapy. So he tells a little fib to the police and says that he is that child, and hoping that it'll kind of distract them long enough that he can make a quick getaway. But then the family swoops in and takes him home to this life that he never had, and he's like kind of connecting with them, and then finds out that the boy he is impersonating may not actually have disappeared. He may have been murdered, and the person that killed him is still close by and is now watching him. And it is based on a couple of things. It based on one of like a real thing that happened in, I think it was like 2009. They actually made a documentary on it. It's called The Imposter, and it is on Peacock, I believe. It's also on like Plex and all these free stuff. It's probably on Tubi or whatever. But it's called The Imposter. It is about a serial imposter who basically just was pretending to be all of these different people. He is a there was a 30-year-old Frenchman at the time, and he sets it up to basically get the police in Spain to believe that he is a kidnapped American child. And basically, the whole thing is insane. This is all, it actually happened. This was a 30-year-old man with a hairline like mine, by the way, brown hair, brown eyes, and he gets taken to the police station in Spain, and they're like trying to figure out who he is, and he's like, give me one night, I just need to sleep, and then like put me in an office and I will tell you in the morning. I'm just really tired, and blah blah. They put him in an office that has a computer that apparently is not locked, and he goes and looks up information on Interpol's like database of missing children, finds a kid from Texas that's been missing, and takes this kid's identity. But this kid is 15 years old, blonde hair, blue eyes, and should have a Texas accent, but this guy is not any of those things. International police send him back there, and his sister like sees him at the airport and like hugs him, and they're welcoming him in, and it is just a very bizarre story. I would definitely suggest you go out and watch it. This is one that I had a lot of fun writing, but I do when like in March, I think we should do an episode like after you and Alyssa have read it and everything, where it's just like we did with The Only Light Left Burning, where it's just like a spoilery episode where we talk about all the behind the scenes stuff. Because I have like a lot that I want to talk about.
Mentioning all of that does raise the question. The pre-order is now, when is the actual book supposed to hit shelves?
It's coming out January 20th, 2026. It is available for pre-order right now. And honestly, I think so far there's like a couple people that have been reading it. The early advanced reader copies are out, and a few of the people are very much enjoying it. One person said that it was like, and they mean it in the best possible way, it's like an unhinged Lifetime original movie, which I was going for that kind of thing. I wanted it to be like just this kind of like fun, over the top thriller about unconditional love. So I think it's going to be great.
Love that so much. And Eric, I will take it upon myself. I know that you have probably some press agents, but I'll take it upon myself throughout the month of December, January, and February to start getting you booked on all types of podcasts to promote this new novel. Can I tell you actually a really fun thing that I learned the other day when I was at Comic-Con?
Yes.
That relates to you specifically.
Please.
We had someone who was signing at our booth who is a huge YA fan, but I was talking to them about being on the show. So I mentioned that the show is hosted by Erik J Brown, author of All That's Left in the World. And this person was like, oh my God, that book has been recommended to me so many times. And said, you know who loves that book? Brea Grant, the host of Reading Glasses, like raves about your book to people constantly. So I'm definitely going to attempt to send an email to that person to see if they'll have you on their show, if that's the case.
Oh, yeah, I would love that.
Now, are you familiar with Brea Grant at all?
Yes, I am actually.
Yeah, from Heroes and a bunch.
I was looking at her picture and I was like, wait, I've seen her before, and I was like, Heroes was where I like first saw her, but she's been in a couple horror
and Rob
movies
Zombie's
since.
Halloween 2, where she plays one of the best friends.
Oh yeah, you know what? I hated that movie when it first came out. I've rewatched it since. I don't hate it that much.
It's so far from the worst Halloween movie.
It is.
Like it's. I think I just watched it for the first time maybe 2 weeks ago because that was the one Halloween film I've never seen. I think it's better than the first Rob Zombie Halloween movie. I definitely think it's better than some of
the original, like the theatrical cut.
I saw the unrated version, which was just very long.
I think the unrated version apparently is like an almost different kind of movie or something. Like he completely re-edited it. I don't think I've even seen the unrated version, but I should.
Oh, wait, are we talking about Halloween 2 right now or Halloween 1?
2.
Oh, Halloween 2, I just watched whatever had just dropped on Peacock. So I'm going to assume it wasn't the unrated version.
Yeah, probably did. theatrical. I don't like the unrated version of the of his original one because that's the one where there's just the random rape scene in the middle. That is how he escapes. And the theatrical version is he just overpowers a bunch of cops. And I was like, that's how it should have been. Why'd you have a rape scene, dude?
I didn't know that that's what the extra part is. Oh my God, because that is what makes me hate that movie so much.
It's a pointless rape scene that is just chucked in there, and it's so stupid. I hate it.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team, we can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes, teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Xyzal. At night.
New Icy Hot. Nighttime recovery. Relieves pain at nighttime while your body recovers. Icy Hot. You're so back.
Claptrap here. 2 big things are coming this fall. Borderlands 4 and Spotify Wrapped. So stop listening to that one playlist that reminds you of your ex who only made you cry. Talking about you, Veronica. And pre-order Borderlands 4, coming out September 12th.
Rated mature.
Introducing the Internet Supreme Court,
a live stream show that casts judgment on anything the internet touches, from memes to billionaires.
We served Elon Musk with a court summons.
He still hasn't responded.
Because he's a coward.
Join us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We're on Twitch and YouTube Live. Find out more at internetsupremecourt.com.
That's internetsupremecourt.com. We're also on Instagram and Blue Sky.
Hear that, Elon? Blue Sky.
How's it feel to be on the other side of it? You're not the one asking the questions. You're just along for the ride on this episode.
Oh yeah, I know. It's kind of nice. It's like carefree. I'm just like,
you didn't have to research anything for this.
I've been writing all morning, and I didn't even have to do any kind of research or come up with questions. It's great. We should do this more. Let's just talk to me all the time about all of my books, even the ones that I'm just working on.
These episodes we'll call YAEK. But unless there's anything else you want to promote tied to the book, I obviously don't want us to get too deep into it. You gave us a soft pitch.
No,
we know that we can pre-order and we know when it's coming out.
What I will do is I'll give like a little behind the scenes of just why all authors are so kind of antsy about pre-orders. So my books they do well. Like you said, like I think All That's Left in the World is obviously my most popular one. That one's the one that just keeps chugging along. And like, you know what? It actually says like on Goodreads how many people are reading it. Let me see. Because that one's like, so like currently reading, there's 2,000 people that are currently reading that book. And which is a lot.
It's a pretty big deal.
It's a lot because it's like most, Lose You to Find Me doesn't even have, it has 3,600 ratings. But like that's 2,000 people currently reading a book and then just like hearing how great everybody finds it and then telling everybody. I love that. With All That's Left in the World, I did manage to get a fair amount of pre-orders. I think probably because we had just come out of COVID. So people were kind of antsy for like pandemic, post-apocalyptic stories, or maybe I just had the right people that championed it around that time. But pre-orders are very important because it kind of decides my career, every author's career, I think. Unfortunately, it is something that all publishers keep track of. So leading up to release date, they will have sales meetings every once in a while to be like, all right, well, how are our new releases shaping up? And they will go over every single book that is coming out in the season, where the numbers are according to Barnes & Noble buying copies, independent bookstores buying copies, Amazon buying copies. And then they basically decide if they want to do any promotion for it or if they kind of just want to let it go and see what happens. Most of my books have been very much let it go and see what happens. I would like this one to do a little bit better because it is kind of, it's in the genre that I would love to write. And like right now I'm working on a horror, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a little, sounds to me anyway like it is definitely a bigger step away from the romance genre and firmly into the thriller horror genre.
There's a romance subplot, but it is deeply subplot, and it's also kind of I don't want to say that the thriller aspect of it is kind of a subplot too, but it is and it isn't. I didn't want it to be, it's the mystery part that I think is more of a subplot. The thriller aspect, it is a thriller from beginning to end because you have this character who's making an immoral decision and he is kind of manipulating this family and he knows that, but it's the only choice he has. It's like, it's either that or he goes back home and gets sent to a conversion therapy camp to get tortured. So I would say the mystery and the romance aspect are two of the subplots because I didn't originally set out to write it as a mystery. It was always supposed to be the readers would know what the truth is. But then some things changed in the writing of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to kind of hide some stuff. So basically anybody who's like, oh, I called the twist. It's like, yeah, good. I wanted you to, because I left you all of the clues so that you could figure it out. Because it's not like one of those things where the twist comes at the very end and you're like, oh, wow, that was a good twist. And then you're done the book. It comes at earlier than that. And I think everybody pretty much gets to that part. And the fact that the twist happens so early is what everybody's kind of surprised about. And I know a lot of people do not stop reading once they get to a certain part of the book.
I was going to say I found lately that midpoint twists intrigue me more
because it changes
because I'm
everything.
like, okay, because you're like, oh, okay, well, there's still so much more left. What happens next from this? You know what I mean? Like
my original
imagine if From Dusk Till Dawn played out as just a heist movie, and then in the last 2 minutes it twists that there's vampires, but it's just that the vampires kill everybody and then credits roll. You'd be like, what the fuck was that? but you throw that in the middle of the movie and then you're like, oh, everything that I learned up until this point now is completely changed. And now I have to see what this new information does. For another example is like Knives Out. Knives Out revealing who killed the main character midway through the movie, and then you kind of having to work backwards to like piece together the rest of the mystery with that piece and finding out that the murderer is not really the mystery.
See, that's what
of everything,
like too, because it does my original idea for the book was the reader was going to know from basically chapter 3 what actually happened. But I do like that. I still kind of wanted it to be earlier, but there was like too many things that we needed to kind of put in place before it could like come out. So it happens a little later than I originally wanted it to.
Child's Play is another one. The original Child's Play, they didn't want to reveal the doll was alive until the last 10 minutes. Like, do you know how bad that movie would have been?
That's another one that actually, it's weird because Child's Play, when you watch that one, by the time I even knew what it was, I think
there was like 10 of
second
them.
and third had already come out. So I already knew. But like, it must have been kind of a fun moment in theaters to, because his first words that aren't "Hi, I'm Chuck, you want to play" is "You stupid bitch," and he starts beating up the mom from Seventh Heaven after she's threatening to throw him in the fire. Which, I mean, that has to be hilarious, but also kind of exciting to be like, oh shit, it really is. The doll is really killing people.
Well, that's not true though. That's how they wanted it. But think about it. There's so many scenes now where Andy, in the middle of that movie, where Andy like goes to the voodoo guy. The voodoo guy has a whole conversation with Chucky.
Oh, yeah.
There's the probably one of the funniest lines in the whole movie when he leaves the doll in the elevator, and the old couple is like, "My, what a hideous doll!" And then as the elevator doors close, he's just like, "Fuck you." Eric, the one thing that we try to make sure we do every single time that we're doing this podcast is, a quick shout out to what we're reading, what we have been reading, etc. What have you been diving into between writing a new novel and getting ready to promote the hell out of this newest one?
I just finished a romance. It's called "It Takes Two to Tumble." It's by Kat Sebastian, who I am now a huge fan of. It's like a Regency era queer romance. Very much like The Sound of Music. This vicar goes to watch a captain's children who are just completely unruly, and of course he and the captain end up falling in love. But since it takes place in like 1807, they can't be out, but it's still really sweet. And now I'm actually reading It's the End of the World as We Know It, which is a book of short stories edited by Christopher Golden, and who is a horror author. It's a book of short stories that all takes place in the universe of Stephen King's The Stand. So Stephen King approved it and read the book and everything, and he has an introduction. It's basically, for anybody who doesn't know, The Stand is about a super flu. I took inspiration from it For All That's Left in the World, but it's about a super flu that wipes out most of the world's population, and two factions of America are kind of drawn together and led by good and evil to make the last stand in the world to see who is going to inherit this new earth. And so all the short stories are by all these different horror authors, very famous horror authors. It's like 800 pages, and it's broken down into sections where it's like the virus breaking out. So it's all of these new stories of people that are not in the book who are experiencing the world. And it's just really interesting to see how other horror authors kind of jump into this world that Stephen King created and write their own story about it. And some of them are some of them are sweet, some of them are scary, some of them are fun, some of them are kind of more meditative, but I'm just enjoying it. I just read one story a night, puts me to bed. It's great. Haven't had any nightmares yet. What are you reading?
So I do want to give a quick shout out to, because we are YAOK. I just finished recently A Little Bit Country from Brian D. Kennedy. I really liked it. I think I like My Fair Brady a little bit more, but I'm also more of a theater kid than a country music kid, so that makes sense. But right now I'm reading not a YA novel, but still a really, really good novel from Tim Murphy called Speech Team. Have you heard about this book at all?
No.
So I'm still halfway through it, so I can't say one way or the other what is going to happen just yet. But the basic conceit is about a group of people who were in high school in the 80s, in modern times, see that one of their classmates has taken his life. And right before he took his life, on Facebook, he wrote basically a goodbye note. And in that note, he called out by name the coach for their speech team, and saying, how dare you call me a drone? How dare you say that no one would ever love me? You messed me up for the last 30 years. And these other 4 friends all realize that each one of them has had their own experience with the same teacher, where when they were alone with that teacher, he said something truly heinous to each one of them. So they track down where he is now in retirement and decide to go there as a group and confront him for the words that he said to them when they were kids.
Oh, wow.
And I'm literally I stopped reading last night right as they were about to arrive in Florida where he's retired to. So I'm like, I don't know if this is going to go to murder or like confrontation or what, but I was definitely like invested in the twists and turns. So really, really like this one. I've been meaning to text you guys to be like, you should read this one. But yes, that is Speech Team by Tim Murphy. And guys, the whole point of today's episode, if you only take away one thing, let it be that Erik J Brown has a new novel called Better the Devil that will be available on January 20th, 2026. But pre-orders are open. Yes. Go and pre-order. It is very, very important and helpful for Erik and basically all authors if you pre-order those books early. And stay tuned because maybe in March we'll do like a really nice detailed breakdown of Erik's book, a YAOK book club episode.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to, because there's plenty to unpack with this one.
Love it. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with a regular interview episode. So stay tuned for that. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Listen. That's the sound of the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. The sound of captivating electric performance, dynamic drive, and the quiet confidence of ultra-smooth handling. The elevated interior reminds you this is more than an EV. This is electric performance redefined. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron.
Your sausage McMuffin with egg didn't change. Your receipt did. The sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal includes a hash brown and a small coffee for just $5. Only at McDonald's for a limited time.
Prices and participation may vary.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.